1.5 independent and dependent events. I can calculate the probability of independent and dependent.
Whoa! Tate, how did you do that? That was amazing. How many of you thought that was amazing? I know that we're on a video right now, but you can't see your hands, but almost every hand's in the air. Tate, every day, since the day I met you back in September of 17, you amazed me more and more every day. And today is just the climax. Like, you were able to read that I can statement in the title better than I've ever seen done before. All right. Thank you, Tate. Independent, dependent events. What is the main difference between independent and dependent events? Somebody give me the main difference between the two. Lily, very loudly, please.
Independent events don't impact each other, and dependent events do impact each other.
Independent have no impact on each other. Dependent events do impact each other. They do have a effect on each other. All right, so there's a formula you need to know for independent events. I would argue that independent events are more vital for you to understand than dependence. Probability of A times the probability of B is all you need to remember. A would be your first event, B would be your second event. Here's your example. We have a bag of marbles. We have 3 black marbles, 2 red marbles, and 3 blue marbles. You will see questions asked in this format right here. It'll say, what's the P stand for there?
Probability.
What's the probability of drawing black, then blue? So you guys, in this bag right here, what is the theoretical probability that you will stick your hand in there and draw a black marble?
4 9.
What?
4 9.
Okay, now it says, really important that we read the directions here. It says that when we draw a marble, we do what with it? You draw a marble and then you draw another, right?
Yeah.
So if we drew a marble and it was a black one, we put it back in the bag, we still have how many marbles in that bag?
9.
Are we doing the video together here?
Yes.
Okay, I need everyone up here. These are not hard questions. So if we have 9 marbles in the bag, what is the probability that we will draw a blue marble on our second draw?
3 9.
3 nines. And then our formula tells us for independent events that we multiply the first event by the
Second event.
So if we did that, if we multiplied 4 nines by 3 nines, our answer is 427. Now, if I added a third draw, we would just be multiplying 3 different probabilities together, right?
Yes.
Sliding on down. Dependent events are different in the fact that the first event impacts the second event, right?
Yes.
So our formula is same as independent, eyes up here, the probability of that first event times the probability of the second event, but the second event is going to be impacted by the first, right?
Yeah.
So if we draw a marble out of the bag, keep it, so we're not putting it back in the bag, and then draw another, would us keeping the marble impact the second event?
Yeah.
So in this situation, we drew a black marble out. What was the probability of drawing a black marble from this bag?
4 9.
Did we keep the marble or did we put it back in the bag?
Keep it.
So that's why we crossed it out. The black marble is no longer there for this second draw. So how many marbles are in the bag? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right?
Yeah.
What is the probability then on that second draw that we're going to draw blue?
3.
We did our cross reducing, and we ended up with the probability of drawing a black followed by a blue at,
1 6.
which you could easily convert to a percentage if you had to, right?
Yes.
Questions?